it'll be on in a second. Would you like to start with the Would you like to start with the accountability?
Yeah. Good afternoon and welcome to the Ōtorohanga Grants and Awards Committee meeting for September. I just actually throw Melissa in the deep end. And would you like to open our whole meeting with the crowd here?
Right, this is for that.
No, you don't.
First up, Jess, my time.
Thank you.
Whakatakateha ki te uru, whakatakateha ki te tonga kia mā kina ki uta, kia mā taratara ki te tai, e hiaki ana te atakura, he tio he huka, he hauhu, ti hei mai te ora.
Thank you. We have one apology, is that right, from Roy? Or no? Okay. And Jamie is running late, but she will be here. We've got no late items. Does anyone have a conflict of interest to declare? I do. For the Elevate for Insight, because I sit on that committee, so I can leave the room, and also I sit on the Kiwiana committee, and they are applying for the Christmas parade, so I have a conflict on those two.
I'm the same. I've got a conflict of interest, probably because my partner's on the Elevate board and my sister. And so that,
but I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
it's about me all.
you can declare it. You don't sit on the board. You don't make the decisions.
Yeah,
so I think
I'm
that
just
yeah.
letting the committee know
Yeah.
that,
my personal view is you should be allowed to
yes.
in the discussions. So that's up to you what you would like to do.
No, I just wanted to clear that.
Okay. Cool. Thanks.
I don't.
Okay, so then we'll go on to item 21. Accountability. Yep. Oh, sorry guys. To give the confirmation of the last meeting, I'll take them as read. Could I move it? Yeah, and can I second it? Yeah. All in favour? Yeah. Aye. I wasn't.
Yeah,
I'll hold it till Jamie gets here. Yeah, okay. So then we'll move on to item 21 and hand it to Nikki.
Okay. Good. Thank you, Madam Chair. Welcome everybody for coming. Big mahi and big thank you to for your understanding about moving the date. I really appreciate it. I was in no state to be part of a meeting, but I really appreciate your time. So thank you for understanding. We are presenting as read the accountability reports up until this point. As you know, when we have community grants, that any applicant who receives funds needs to be accountable for how it's spent and letting us know what happened with your project, was it successful, showing us some receipts, some photographs are really, really appreciated to give the committee a sense of how the project unfolded and the impact that it has in the community. But that does vary, obviously. So we have 19 applicants from previous rounds that have submitted reports, which were in the binder, which you received. 6 of these applicants are also applying for new projects in this current round, and I've noted those instances so you're aware, because within the criteria, you cannot have an application that's outstanding whilst applying for a new one. Got to tie off the old one first. So those are noted for you for these. As a note, as we discussed pre the meeting, there was one item of accountability which was thin, and it was my mistake. That should have receipts attached, which is still forthcoming. So that was Nin Duggan for Move Your Tinama. So I'll pass it to you, but yeah, I'm more than happy to kind of like retract that. That's okay, and then I'll return a fuller accountability next time, so you can see a big picture. Yeah. Apart from that, I'll take it as read and hand it back to you for any questions.
So I think your answers in the email were all good. You're working with them. The one that I think that maybe we need to look into a little bit further is the unlocking potential. That from 2023, an Apple computer was purchased and nothing has happened with that. So I'm not quite sure how we go about it, but I would actually recommend that council gets the Apple computer back because there's nothing happening with that project. Yeah. And then if the applicant, something happens and she can do the project, the computer will be here. Yeah, but I just think it's ratepayers' money. We need to have some accountability, and it can, we can reach out and get that back. Is that, how do we do that, Claire? So we do a resolution, a recommendation.
You can do a resolution for staff to look into it. I'm not sure because obviously Nadia's not here. I'm not sure whether that's actually feasible under the guidelines to have the return of have some that in a year, so I can hear it. I think it would need to be looked into.
Okay, so the resolution needs to be that we need to look into it.
As if I just jump in, I
please.
I am in contact with the applicant, and so I'll be continuing that conversation and following that up. So I've requested receipts, and also we've been having conversations about that project and where it's up to. So it's not we're not starting from scratch, but I can definitely follow that up as a matter of urgency. And get back to you.
That would be awesome. Thank you, Nikki. Is there a resolution attached to this? Oh, when you've got a tree as your agenda. Sorry, bear with me. Do you want to read the recommendation out? Have you got it, or do you want me to?
No, nothing.
Okay. So the staff recommendation is that the Grants and Awards Committee receive the accountability reports Appendix 1 from Nikki Daly, Manager of Community Development and Wellbeing, as listed in the agenda. Can I have a mover and a seconder, please? Thanks, Rodney. Okay, so now we're moving on to item number 22. Ōtorohanga Community Grants Consideration of Applications for round 1 of 2025-26. And I'll hand to Nikki, please.
Madam Chair. So we are meeting to decide the funding applications for the Ōtorohanga District Community Grants for round 1, the first of 2 funding rounds for 25-26. So we have $100,000 across 2 rounds. Sometimes we have funds that are returned unspent from previous projects. So that has actually upped our total a little bit to $104,681, which is great. We have 19 applicants in this round 1 that have requested a total of $84,276.14, which is in the available $104,000 available funding. It is up to the committee how to distribute this funding across these rounds. As a note, any unspent rounds in this round 1 roll over to be the available total for round 2. So whatever you don't spend this time, that's what you've got next time. As we have a few little updated notes, and that thank you to Katrina, our Madam Chair's questions earlier, that the Kai Fest quote that was within the application was actually old, and I do have the amended proper one. So that's available to you if you would like.
No, that's still old.
That's
It's booked with good guys in town. It's
Ah.
actually booked. It's not with a buyer.
okay, that's
So-
the only one that they
Yes,
sent
no,
to
that's
me.
okay. Well,
Okay.
I'm hoping it is because good guys are taking them out and doing it for, yeah,
Okay,
yeah, so
maybe
maybe we just.
that might have got lost in translation a little bit. Yeah, so sorry, so that's the one that I got sent. No, that's okay. No, that's good.
It's just local knowledge.
Yeah.
They do have their full budget.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Okay, and as was mentioned as well, is that the application for QQ school, when we go through it, is, as you mentioned, a ticketed event. It's
Yes.
not a free event, so I've scratched that mention of it being a free community event from the spreadsheet.
Yep.
So what we could do, unless we've got any questions of the report, we could go through the spreadsheet. Okay.
Let me just update Melissa on the last meeting we had, Kawhia Kai Festival.
Mm.
We sort of run out of money, so we
Okay.
decided to defer them till this meeting,
Okay.
because there was, by the time we worked out, we had,
Yeah,
we had 2 events, and it was like, do we partially fund a little
Yeah.
bit to each event, or do we give one event full and defer them? So we put Kawhia Kai Festival on hold.
And made suggestions to use local.
Yeah,
Right.
they made suggestions.
Yeah,
to go
so
back,
that's
so
why
they've
they're
gone back,
getting
so they've gone back
covered.
and got new quarterly contract, whatever, with local people, or actual district people, and so, yeah,
Awesome.
so
Thanks, Simon.
technically, that's just filling you in on the old.
Yeah.
Gaps.
Yeah, I've read up about that.
Yeah.
Some events that you'd rather not fund if you can't do the whole thing and wait for the next round.
Yeah, because it's a waste of time, say
Yeah.
if someone's got a project that's, that they need the 5,000 and
Mm.
the $500, it's just not gonna happen. So
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah.
that's.
That's
Thank
an excellent point, councillor, on like sorry, don't mind if I jump in here.
No,
Yeah.
all right.
So there are some instances that you can see within the spreadsheet where the application or the project is tied to a specific date, and then that could be something that you may wish to consider.
Yeah.
So jumping in, if you're okay with jumping in and we go
Totally.
through each one, I'll just do a
Nice.
quick whiz through, and you can see where your titles land. Any,
Just for Moses, just
Yeah.
say this how the spreadsheet works. So
Mm.
we've got so you've got the amount requested,
Yes.
so your blue light 18, 12, 14. So the total of that whole column comes to the 84,000.
Mm.
And then you've got each of you the preferred amount for that particular applicant. And then the column H is averaging. I've taken Roy out, so it's just averaging over the four.
Yep.
The 4 of you. So whether you want to wait I guess Jamie's put all hers on, but
Yeah. What does it come out with the average? Is it-
Yeah.
is it a total?
yeah. So that
Oh, yeah, that's
yeah,
the
so
yellow.
yeah, so that $1,206 is just the average. So
Okay.
Melissa, you haven't got anything in there for this one yet. So
Yeah.
so when you put something in, that'll bring it up.
Okay.
So it's just basically effectively averaging over the 3 at the moment. So,
if I
Mm.
may, that if we, usually the way that we run the meeting is that if a member of the committee isn't present, we don't actually take their scores into account. So it's back to you, Madam Chair, about what you'd like to do with that in consideration of Jamie not being present in the room.
Yeah, I think Kai's just gonna follow up because she's on her way. So at the moment, we might just leave it there because we always go through it and then come back
Yeah.
again, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first applicant we have Blue Light, which is effectively a local police who are taking Ōtorohanga College youth on leadership trips and life skills. So it's funding that would go towards those trips. They don't necessarily have exact quotes attached. It's to those kind of activities. However, that they said that they would put it towards bus hire. And that could be something for like going to Rainbow's End or like going to something. They haven't got those trips booked yet.
Okay, yeah,
But
that's what I was sort of
Yeah.
highlighted, like what's the schedule over over that period of time, but totally supportive of it. So.
Does anybody, and they are a new applicant. Does anybody have any questions about Blue Light?
No, I don't have any questions. I just thought I gave them the whole amount because it's a really good thing for our rangatahi, and especially to be with the local police to build that rapport and go on those trips. And yeah, as you go down, you'll see I gave some people 0, so it sort of balances out that we have money left over. So, but everyone, don't be swayed by me.
No.
Did you want to put something in there, Nice?
Yes, please. I'm happy to support that. So yeah, I just wanted to have a bit of a discussion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's great. Second applicant, we have Central Motocross Club Incorporated. So as a note, they have already staged that event. So they were, when they did apply, they technically did have time to be able to get that funding. However, because I was ill, and I really apologise for that, we weren't able to host that meeting in time. So we can't actually fund retrospectively. However, you know, it could be, if should you want to keep it on the table, they do this annually. You could consider it for next year. Or you could
For me, they give out 16 grand in prize money. They pay the farmer 5K for the paddock, and they never used to. So even if they were next weekend, I was still a 0 because we've funded them before, and this grant's about trying to help people become sustainable, not just reapply for the same thing every year. But
I was sort of on the same thing. I had a look at their last ones, and the live timing system they had quoted for it had doubled the amount that they'd asked for. And I was just wondering, are they going to hire 2 again, or with the amount of money that they're making, they could probably buy one to be a bit more sustainable. I don't know. So I'm probably the same line as Katrina and Rodney.
Jamie had 4K.
But she's not. We're going to come back anyway, so we can go over.
Okay.
Elevate.
Application number 3, Elevate, which was for the Insight business event, evening event, which is tied to a date. That's Wednesday, the 15th of October. And it would be paying for the motivational speakers for that business event. And they're requesting by their stores.
I did my score, and I left that one out completely. And I went right through all the other ones, then I came back to so this is giving about 50. That's how I come to my 2,000. There wasn't enough money to give them the full amount. But whether we leave it to the end, see how it was.
Well, I'm not going to comment, but I can just say, what I can say is that maybe we just go through everything else, and then you guys can discuss that one at the end. That's
we can come back, I think.
You know what I'm saying?
Application number 4 is from Encore. So Encore is a local singing academy, a music academy. And they're a new applicant within this fund. Usually they apply to the creative communities. The reason why they have applied to this fund is that creative communities doesn't allow the purchase of almost like furniture items, kind of which this music stands does fall into, which is why they're on this fund. And they've requested $665.
That was sorry, but that was the one I was meant to say. But well, it's kind of nothing to do with me. It's just
For me, it's $665. They provide a really nice service for people. So
it looks like everyone's on the same page.
Application number 5. We have Heart Kids Waikato, which does sit underneath the Heart Kids New Zealand. And they are a new applicant applying for funding towards the overall running costs, which is about putting on activities and support for young people with heart issues. Within the Waikato. I did a little bit of a deeper dive, as you can see in the application, to kind of get in more of a sense from them about how any funding would be used within the district. So you've got that in your witness. They've requested $5,000.
Yeah, it's a really hard, it was a really heartstringy one. But then I went through their funders and sort like it's not a funding thing that councils, like they've obviously got people in every, or kids in every district. But no, there's, and I'm not saying we can't because other councils don't. But to me, it's like there's a fund that they can apply to, so it's applied to. It's so it was sadly a zero for me.
Yeah, well, that's why I've got the question marks as well, because I was sort of through the same lens as you, thinking how is our community going to be it could get absorbed by the whole of Waikato, and that's a huge area, catchment area. So that's why I'm sort of going along the same lines as well. Yeah, Ōtorohanga.
I'm on the.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd
totally.
love to give them.
Yeah.
500,000, but we, we don't have that. So I think one of those ones like the zero, and if there was money left over, we might come back.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Moving on, applicant number 6, the Kawhia Boating and Angling Club, who is also a new applicant. Fantastic to be having all these new faces. They're applying to refurbish their club rooms, and they'll be paying for roller blinds for their club. And they are requesting $5,000.
Does anyone want to speak to it?
Yeah, I've sort of noted something that they are a new applicant. They're looking to install roller blinds, but I suppose we still have to be mindful that with the Kawhia Boating and Angling Club, they're actually a that's a membership sort of based club. But I'm still very, very supportive of this, and that's why I gave what I gave, 3,000. So
Can we change mine to 3 too, please?
Oh, mine. Oh.
Yours was 3 too.
Yeah.
Applicant number 7, we have the Kawhia Fireworks Group. That's the New Year's Eve fireworks. That is a free event in Kawhia, and it would be paying for or going towards the fireworks contractor, which does include, as a note, does include insurance and all of that public liability. They are requesting $5,000 towards the project.
I gave them the full amount because I know how hard it is to, I mean, they do put the hat round, they do set up a bank account, people can make donations too. It does bring people out there at New Year's. Yeah, so, and it's not a money-making scheme. It's not a fundraiser for anything. It's totally a free event. So that was my,
I wonder what it is.
but I'm not sure how that group can make it sustainable.
yeah.
I think it's shorter in duration.
So,
The Kawhia one is shorter.
No.
Sorry, the other way around.
Yeah, no, the Kawhia is way longer and it's out on the water and so yeah.
Yeah, I'm a TBC, aren't I? Yes, I am. I'm quite conservative with this rate because I'm very I'm just mindful about fireworks, like literally putting our money and burning it sort of thing. But I yes. But I do know, you know, by the sea, there's probably going to be a lot of provisions. I think of the littering, where we can't control where the littering is. Going to be littering in our moana. And also, you know, the impact it has on our community with our pet families, where, you know, it frightens all the animals. But very, very supportive. So yeah, I'm happy to come. I'm happy to go for 3,500. I know the impact it has on the community.
I think that being out in the water, it lessens the thing for.
Yes, the risk
for
of fire.
Yes.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I'd like to see, if you're gonna have fireworks, organised ones like Carfair and not have.
That's what I was just gonna say.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's right,
We
yeah.
have an event like the Kiki store or the.
And then everyone like with their,
And not actually have.
yeah.
But can we even think, like, our schools start thinking about different kind of, instead of Guy Fawkes, because Guy Fawkes is a different,
Yeah.
you know, maybe even a Hautapu instead, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next, applicant number 8, we have the Kawhia Kai Fest, which has been rolled over since from the previous round. They are tied to a date, so that is 7th of February next year. And they're requesting $5,000 towards the event expenses, which includes the portaloo hire and rubbish bin hire and removal. And that is also, I believe, it might be gold coin donation. Yeah, at that stage, so over to you.
Did I miss it? Like sometime with their gold coin donation, they donate it anyway. It's not about making money. But I couldn't find it in here. They used to give to the Westpac helicopter. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see
No.
it, but sometimes they might also, if they're requesting donations, to build up the kitty for the next.
No, there was a.
Okay.
Yeah, I obviously gave, you can see I gave full amount. It draws people from near and far out there. I think it's a fantastic day for Kawhia. Yeah, but anyone else want to talk to?
I'm happy with mine. I know mine, but the average, it looks good, so they're close to what they're wanting.
Yeah.
Applicant number 9, that's the Kawhia Rowing Club Regatta, or Rowing Regatta Club. It's another event which is tied to a day, so it's the day after the fireworks, which is the 1st of January 2026, and they are requesting $2,273 to go towards the road closure expenses. Over to you.
I gave them the full amount. They're doing the right thing, getting their road closure like they have to. They, you know, their project's costing $7,000. They're only applying for the 2,200. That was my reasoning.
Yeah.
Are you happy with yours still, Jamie, at 2?
I always just knock people back because that's what I do. Because you get more up again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But I'm happy with the
Yeah,
average.
no, the average is good. Yeah.
Next applicant number 10 is QQ School, which is a community fireworks event that is ticketed, being used as a fundraiser for the school. The money that they're applying for is $5,000, which would be going towards their fireworks contractor. And it also is tied to a date, which is late November of this year.
Late November.
Yeah.
But they can't go after the 5th.
When it's a
There's a
controlled.
fire.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure when it's controlled.
Over to you.
My comments would be it is a ticketed event. Their profit was $17,000 last year. Their expensive their fireworks, you'll see in the email that Nikki sent back, it has gone up, but it's 6,800 excluding, it's 7 something including GST, so it hasn't gone, it's only gone up. I didn't bring my piece of paper with my figures. It's like only gone up 1,900, so I'm not prepared for the whole amount. I like the average that you've got with me at 0.
Yeah, average is looking all right.
That was one I had nothing and it came back.
Yeah,
Because it's split by the elevate. They came back and put a bit in.
yeah,
to make
so,
to make
yeah.
it giving away 50.
and I mean, yeah, we can,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's what we should be doing.
So
like
we
that's
can always
where it is at
revisit.
the
I
moment,
think
so.
we should perhaps leave it and
Leave
revisit.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Applicant number 11 is KCB Accounting, which is Kawhia based. And they are requesting $5,000 to go towards financial mentoring sessions primarily for young people. And the funding would go towards venue hire, stationery, marketing, and
Fine.
the fees associated with this. Putting on those workshops. They are a new applicant. Over to you.
This one I put 0 again. It's a business that is profiting from hiring out their space. There was no space where it's indicated that was being hired. So I just assumed it was their business space. And the kai was quite expensive. And I just thought it's a business. So for me it was no.
Yeah, there.
Yeah, my concerns were with how they're going to be, because it's a New Zealand limited company. It is a good initiative to mentor members to public to learn financial literacy. However, my concerns were how the applicant will engage with the community, as this appears to be a service for select people who know that or are keen to get that sort of help. I think even in the iwi we're sort of struggling with people unless you've got to get people. So it depends on what sort of impact you're going to have. So I thought that's why I've got the question marks. Yes, and I'm going towards the no as well.
I always put something, always knock them back. The thing, so, but I'm quite happy to have 0. Like it doesn't really bother me.
Well,
So you're good to change yours to 0, Jimmy? Yep.
Oh,
Okay. Applicant number 12 is the Ōtorohanga Indian Association, who are also a new applicant. They're requesting $5,000 to go towards the expenses for a community Diwali event. It'll be held October this year, and the funding would go towards entertainment, hires, things, so stage lights, sound, etc.
I think it's a really cool event. We've had a smaller version.
That one there, 2026, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did something.
Yeah. And yeah, so a new applicants will bring the community together, all corners of our community to mingle. So I gave them the full amount.
As a note, it is a free event.
Yeah, and it's a free event. And
Great event, yeah. I did some looking on their on the Facebook when they had it at the Village Green, and it looked like it was enjoyed. It's a huge impact on our community.
I've got my sari.
That seems a lot loose for organised, because she's already advertising that she's having it.
Yeah.
She's already advertising that she's got funding.
Yeah.
Like they got all the public liability insurance and that's
that has been sorted. Yeah.
And
Just
if
seems-
it doesn't happen, the money comes, you know, so.
Yeah, well, some of the sound system was an expert in that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool if we can have something.
Yeah.
Maybe home off. One of mine did put the full amount.
Free events that involve everyone in our community, different people that normally might not come out.
Could be a bushy.
Yes.
Yes.
She said she's expecting 3,000 people. Well, I'm not sure about that. It's going to jam up the old town a bit.
Yeah, bring the car.
Yeah.
Might stop the main street.
Might need a blooming roadblock.
Okay, applicant number 13, lucky 13, Ōtorohanga Primary School, who is applying for a composting system. So they're requesting $5,000 towards that. As a note, they have actually worked with EnviroSchools. So that EnviroSchools representative has come in and they have monitored their waste, their food waste that the kids have been eating. So they churn through the fruit, and they have a huge amount of fruit that they have they create weekly. So the hot composting system is what they're applying for. So it's a specific pool for their needs.
Yeah, and it also does hot composting, so weeds that can kill the seeds and stuff like that. And they're going to open it up for the kai forest to use too.
yes.
Which they're very active in growing seedlings for our edible garden outside the police station and around town. So I gave them the full amount because they are inspirational. Their kai gardens, and they've got bees, and they've got fruit trees, and they've got hothouse, and they're just, yeah, if you all had that, we'd be humming.
No, cool. I'm happy. Yeah, and the average is good.
Applicant number 14, we have Ōtorohanga College, the Pacifica Group. So they are applying for $4,526 to go towards the expenses of attending a cultural festival in Kirikiriroa, Hamilton, in April 2026. So the funding would go towards accommodation and transport and meals for those students to participate over those days.
Why would they not just travel up?
Yeah, I had a few
That was fine.
questions about that one, just because, you know, the amount of time, April 2026, there's heaps of time for them to get together and maybe do some fundraising. That's why I've given the amount that I have, and, you know, maybe even staying at a Marae or and everyone sort of contribute that way as a way. I could do it, don't we?
Yeah, it's only Hamilton, so it's not that far, but then again, it could be give the kids a really great experience of actually staying away
Yeah,
together.
good team
With other
building to stay
Pacific
together,
groups.
but
Yeah.
like Melissa said, when you, you can look for Marae that would, you know, take
When,
it home.
when was the date for this?
April 26.
So I think I gave them half.
No, I don't know. No,
Cote Pacifica is
maybe.
The average is
I must
looking
have given
okay.
them all of
to
that.
me.
Yeah.
You
We
can do something
did we fully fund them last year for exactly the same thing?
No, it was for costumes.
Like,
So they got their first set of proper costumes,
Right.
so that which then allowed them to be able to participate in
yeah.
this.
So did they stay up there last year?
No, I don't
No,
know. They did.
I don't
They
think
did.
so.
I know they did one.
I don't think they've actually performed out there.
They've done one performance in the costumes and they're beautiful.
Yeah, I think this is their first time.
showcase and there'd be a fundraiser.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So everyone's happy with where the average is sitting at, not that you can see it because the screen's.
Nadia hasn't come with it, so it's probably like-
Oh, yeah.
Nadia's a good driver.
Okay. Okay, applicant number 15 is Ōtorohanga Riding for the Disabled. They're requesting $5,000 towards their overall running costs, which involves a lot of things about like horse care and equine expenses. Over to you.
Right?
Just thinking, last year, did we fund $5,000?
It's in the previous funding.
We have, yeah, so
Yes.
for the last 3 years, we've
Yeah, we
funded
funded.
5,000, and
Mm.
because we were so oversubscribed this time, I only put half in. I think it's very well worth supporting with the 5,000. If we can go back and have a look at it once we've tweaked everyone. Yeah, I'm more than happy with that.
It supports heaps.
Absolutely, yeah.
Heaps of our kids and.
That's why I was Santa Claus on this one.
Yeah.
Applicant number 16, Ōtorohanga Sports Club, who's applying for $5,000 towards general running costs.
Yeah, we're all pretty
Pretty much the same,
same,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, don't think we need to speak to that, we'll just leave the average as it is.
Applicant number 17, Ōtorohanga Support House, Whare they're requesting $5,000 towards the expenses for their annual Christmas wrap, which happens every December. And the funds would go towards presents and food packages for those Christmas gifts out to their clients who use their services.
Once again,
I
amazing,
love Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't like helping because the thing runs out and they paper cut you. I've done it twice now, I'm like, "Urgh."
I think it's another one that, yeah, we come back to, yeah.
Might be able to pop up.
Yeah.
Second to last, the applicant number 18 is Project Kiwiana Committee. who are requesting $5,000 towards the road closure costs for the Ōtorohanga Community Christmas Parade, which is obviously tied to December this year.
Once again, I sit on the
Yeah.
committee, yeah, but I can, it brings people to town, it brings people together, it's a free event. And you always have these costs, and I don't know how you make it sustainable, so.
Especially when you think about road costs, that they're always going to have those costs, and they do this with a budget.
Keep everyone safe.
It'd be in our roading contract.
Yeah.
The roading contracts had to close the road on Anzac Day and Christmas Day in both areas.
Yeah.
Maybe just park a truck and block the road, broken
No,
down truck.
there you go. You do.
So we'll just
Yeah.
leave that sitting where it is and, yeah, come back.
Okay, and lucky last, we have applicant number 19, Te Kotahitanga Marae, which is a new applicant, and they're applying for $5,000 towards media technician fees, and that's for interviewing kaumātua for oral history preservation, which is tied towards the project is teed up to be starting around November and finishing around May next year. Over to you.
So yeah, you can see I gave it half once again for, oversubscribed, but also maybe only is it for 10 interviews? So yeah, I gave it half, so maybe 5 interviews this time and then revisit it if
I
successful.
didn't give it any, only because I thought it's something that perhaps the museum, because we've given the museum 58K to run it, and isn't that something the museum is? Which is basically collaboration.
Possibly. I mean, it's a separate project to what the museum delivers. In terms of this is.
No, I think of old stuff that's still.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, basically they're trying to get like
History.
download, Soul's Brain, things like that. History from the community, a bit like they've done with Mine's book. There to pay bills.
So the applicant is has a lot of very media experience. So he has a lot of the sound equipment. So it's also kind of like, using that, and it's not necessarily something that perhaps museum staff would actually be able to do because it's so specialised.
I just I know that they've made an application for the order fund.
Yeah, which is.
And I'm just wondering, I'm not into double dipping, I'm just wondering what they
So
were planning
that's
to.
still in development. Yeah, so it has been, it was submitted to the Ōtorohanga Order Fund previously, and then it wasn't, more information was requested for it. Yeah, so it's coming back to be considered in a future round.
Is there still rounds in there? I thought it was done.
No, there's still rounds.
Just another one, or
Hopefully another round.
Hopefully, and then the money's gone.
that's what
Mm.
So then what happens if we give out money and then they're successful in that is double dipping?
Then I think because it's, like you said, related to interview numbers, so I guess you do, if, for example, you funded 5 and then they got another pot of funding within the order fund to do another 10, then you'd have 15 interviews. So it wouldn't necessarily be double dipping on the kaumātua history, it would just expand the project.
So my suggestion would be is that we say wait for the outcome of the other one. If unsuccessful, then come back. Yeah.
Because basically, if the average is only 750.
Where did round 2 start?
So round 2 for this
Yeah.
fund, it's open the whole time. But the actual your grants decisions would be in March next year, I think off the top of my head.
And nothing much
And
happens
they want to
over,
run it between November to May.
but realistically, December and January, not much happens, so
realistic too, like this.
I don't know.
And then 14,000 for the whole project, and we're only giving them 750. So is that going
Gonna be viable, yeah.
The kind of
I would be more inclined not to give them anything. Just because I think like the 1,700,
Isn't gonna-
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
gonna.
what are they
Spread
going
on
to do with
service.
it? It might be a bit better off to let them see if they get it through the Ōtorohanga Order Fund, and then if they don't, then they could possibly come back in round 2 and possibly get
like
the fine.
should make a meaningful thing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, 750 it means they can't apply again, and
Yeah,
that's
then
right.
they're out.
they're out.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It does, yeah, that's definitely a consideration as partially funding a project can sometimes, not every time,
Yeah.
be detrimental.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Change on to please, zero.
Thank
Oh,
you.
I am zero.
Yeah.
Right.
I think Jamie's to 0 too.
So we have reached the end of all the applications, so it's over to you about juggling,
Well, where's
We're
that?
just waiting for Jamie, so we're
Good.
sitting at 48, which is
Pretty good.
is under,
So
so.
let's go to
Because
those.
my thing is, I like to sit around half so that
Mm.
we've got the same amount,
and
so.
bearing in mind you've got 104 in
That's
total.
Where were those ones we wanted to have a look at again?
Um,
There was a few that you missed at the start, Jamie.
Oh, so
I
Yeah.
have trust in the things.
so Elevate was one that you wanted to have a
yeah,
look
but
at.
just before we go, because we've got the motocross there, Jamie's still got 4
Oh,
grand.
take
That event's been.
Take
So
It's been and gone, they can't go
So Jamie
retrospectively.
here.
Yeah. So you've got an extra $1,000?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So Elevate was one
Can
we,
you put something in for Elevate for me then? Cause I mean, I have to put something in.
Yeah, where are you going?
can we round, make,
5, I'll go 2.5,
can we round it?
cause I actually gave him the
How
whole
much
amount.
does Elevate want?
Oh, yeah, let's see there, look,
Yeah.
good. And one more we were looking at.
Keep going down, Jamie's got 5 grand in Park Kids.
Oh, yeah. But we're not doing that.
Well,
Oh, we didn't
I
have
don't know whether it was gonna impact any
Oh,
of
yeah.
us directly, it's gonna get absorbed in the Waikato, which is huge.
yeah, no other districts fund.
Oh,
them.
we're gonna make sure 550. There's one other one.
Oh,
I didn't
was
have
it
any.
the Kapi Kite? Was it,
The Whare Awhina house? there was?
Yes, yeah,
There was one, eh, there was one we were going back. And the project Kibiana. I didn't touch it. Were those the ones where we were going?
I think
Oh,
the whole time, but less on like Christmas breeze. For the kids, they just see the buzz of the kids, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, where I need like 500 and something off, so I would, yeah.
Right.
But then I'm on Project Kiwiana, so that's up to you guys to make that call.
Put it up.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
Santa Claus
okay.
like-
Santa Claus, yes.
Santa Claus likes it.
Road safety,
Yeah. Hey, we're all about
it's
it.
the main,
Actually-
main highway.
If you divide it by how many kids
No.
participate.
It'll be $1 or something.
Yeah.
And you, the courthouse one.
It was another one. We'll look at it. What's the at so far, Grab, on the bottom, the total?
We saw well under.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, oh.
So
Go rounded right
Thank
up to full.
the support house to 5, because they're
Oh,
like,
Nice to make it 5, that's what I want.
Five, so,
oh, writing for disabled is what we
Yeah.
look at.
Well, we've,
We have 5 for
we're
the
having,
kids.
sorry, yeah, I'm just like picking you all over the show, eh?
and we can go to full amount for this disabled now, probably
For the
too.
horses too,
Yeah.
5.
5 for the horses.
Or for the children.
Let's go.
Okay, we're
What
at
do we-
50 now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then everyone else is, see, look, normal. Just stay there.
Pretty,
Project Kiwiana,
pretty right.
well, we do have 104.
That's great.
Yeah, we can go to 52. So.
They should be put blue right up top.
The blue light I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll give them the full amount of you.
Oh,
The
Blue light,
light.
have they got that?
yeah, we gave them the full amount.
Oh,
Oh, no, we
Oh, we
haven't.
haven't?
No, yeah.
No, we just sort of.
Was it
names up
Jamie?
the-
Jamie. I always knocking her on back. Then we can start putting back seats. What about Deborah?
What about the?
Oh, look at
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
That's all right. Are you up with it? Or do you want to do 52?
Oh, $50.
You can do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can actually do more if you want, because it's.
I think
it's
half
there for
cool.
the next round. So
Nah.
we just.
But then this kind of thing. Yep, I'm happy with it.
No, that's it.
Where's the
So, oh my goodness, do I have a recommendation to read?
Should we round the kite festival up to the full amount too?
Kite Fest. Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
go on?
Kite Fest?
the kite fest up to the full amount.
Oh, didn't we give that to them?
No.
Oh, yeah. But I need that.
Can I also get confirmation? Would you like me to roll over the Te Ōtorohanga Marae application to round two,
Yeah.
depending on the order?
Yes,
Yeah,
fine.
Oh, not even sure.
Yeah,
The kite festival, no, we were gonna round out.
yeah, that's what Graham's trying to do.
Oh,
It just keeps going past it.
The trouble with technology.
Do you want to make that
Quite grand.
$5,000 cost?
So I have to read it out the amount for them.
No, I can screen them as soon as I get the last figures from Grant.
Oh, okay.
And then you don't read it out.
So you're at 51,000.
Wow, cool.
Oh, that 89 cents irks me.
Q2, we only gave him 1,750. How much did we give primary school? Sorry, guys.
Oh, no, primary school.
Yeah. Four.
Four.
Are you happy with that?
They need a bit more.
Well, they asked for 5 and it is costing, just remember. It's just costing over 5, just.
Just to make that three-part compost.
It's a big one, so it can be used for community too, like it's not just a.
I'd be happy to do that. We're kind of driven past it, they've got massive gardens.
Yeah, I mean, they're obviously teaching all the,
So they're part of the,
their own
Environment
bio
school,
school now, they've got their own bees,
Yeah,
the
they're
kids are
really
learning honey, you know, like. I just think you think.
I took all my old school.
thank you. Yeah, might as well. Sorry. Ōtorohanga School.
We're going to.
And
Right.
Mr. B.
$5,000 cost. So you now get. You do exactly.
Wow.
Sammy doesn't want the 89 cents there, can you?
Where's
Do
that
something
in our
with it.
system?
Right, all those 75 cents,
Oh.
those things.
Oh, it's all the averages, isn't it?
No, but it's because that's all they want, exactly.
Go back to
It's
the,
all right, Jamie, I'll live with it.
The blue light, you just, yes, they can fundraise for 14 cents.
It's all right.
so we're all happy with that?
Yeah.
So the staff recommendation is that the Grants and Awards Committee approve the applications listed from the Ōtorohanga District Communities Grants Fund and disperse the funds as listed to the successful applicants. No, move it in a second though. Amount, yeah. And Rodney. All in favour?
Aye.
Aye.
Oh, look.
So we just move straight on to the next one.
Oh,
We don't have to close it open, it's part of the same one, eh?
Part of the same one.
You know, it's gonna be an approach. We do this. That's what I'm. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah, nice. What items? Okay, item number 23, Sports New Zealand Rural Travel Fund. I'll hand it over to Nikki.
Kia ora, thank you. So this is the Sport New Zealand Rural Travel Fund. Applications for round 1 of 25-26. As a note, this funding is comes from Sport New Zealand, so externally, it's not funded by rates. And the total amount of funding that we have available to our district for the whole year across rounds 1 and 2 is $15,525. Within this round 1, we have 6 applicants who have requested a total of $7,100. All those applications have been passed by our regional sports advisor, Robbie Matthews, as being eligible. It's up to the committee again to decide how to allocate across these 2 rounds. And if you don't have any questions, I'll take my report as read, and we'll move on to the spreadsheet.
Oh, I do have one question, sorry. For the first one, Kawhia Primary School.
Yeah.
Because we don't get the details, is the nominated bank account the school bank account or the private person that the money is going to? Katerina Barlow.
Great question. I'll follow that up. I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
I would prefer it if it was
Yeah.
going to the school account.
Yeah.
Still a fine.
Is that that was happy with my husband?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
I thought it was pretty easy because it's described about right. So
Okay, so the first applicant, we've got Kawhia Primary School, who is applying for $300 towards gymnastics course. I'll whiz through these quite quickly. Applicant number 2, we have QQ Primary School, who is requesting $1,500 towards various activities, as you can see. We have applicant number 3, Ōtorohanga School, who's requesting $1,500 towards basketball costs. Applicant number 4, Ōtorohanga College, who's requesting $1,000 towards touch rugby costs. Applicant number 5, Ōtorohanga Primary School, who's requesting $1,000 towards mini ball. And applicant number 6 is Ōtorohanga South School, who's requesting $1,800 towards mini ball.
Starts today.
Cool.
Over to you, Madam Chair.
Yeah. Does anyone have any, I mean, I think this fund's wonderful, like to get our little ones to sports and help the parents with the travel costs, because sometimes like our mini balls in Te Kuiti, I assume the basketball is mini ball for Ottawa. Yeah, and sometimes that stops, you know, now that we can give parents that, well, the schools can give parents petrol vouchers, it opens it up for our
Access.
So for me, it's a yes, it's a no-brainer. Look how many, there's no total at the bottom, and I didn't add it up of how many children it's helping. So for me, it's a no-brainer. Yeah. Has anyone got any questions around anything other than my question I asked Nikki? That would be my only condition on that.
Yeah, I was just wondering, like, I'm looking at Kawhia Primary School, like, applicants put in a contribution, would we be open to just covering the whole cost there? Or we can't?
We can't. Do you mean the $1? Oh no,
the top one.
Yeah, $150.
They're asking for 300.
Yeah. We tend to only fund what people have requested. So we don't fund over, for example, if someone asks for 500, you could give 600. So what does tend to happen is that people feel that they should be putting something in there, that it might up their chances, but that's not necessarily true. So what I could do is actually just mention it to them that they don't have to.
Yeah, because they've got, probably got fun, you know, they're giving away half. But anyway.
The neat thing about this fund is that they, applicants are not tied to applying once a year. So Kawhia Primary School could indeed apply next round.
Right. True need.
Yeah,
But everyone's happy with those dollar amounts.
yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. The cost of petrol is horrendous.
Oh, yeah. That's really
I'm
easy
glad
when we were young.
I'm glad I don't have children to take to sporties.
So the staff recommendation is that the Grants and Awards Committee approve the applications listed below on behalf of Sports New Zealand Rural Travel Fund and disperse the funds as listed to the successful applicants below. I have a mover and a second, Melissa and Rodney. All in favour?
Aye.
Okay. And that is our meeting closed. Oh, before we close, does someone want to close it for me? Jamie or Melissa?
Ni kara ki a tātou, kia tau, kia tātou katoa, te whai o tō tātou ari ki a i karati, me te aroha o te atua, me te whiwhinga teitanga, ki te wairua tapu, ake, 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 ake.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.